Hi, this is April with NicheStarterPacks.com, and yesterday I did an impromptu Zoom meeting to show people how to do an opt-in page and a download page and set up everything, but it didn't really turn out. So I am going to go ahead and do it again. And this time I have everything that I need. So these are the steps that we're going to do. I'm going to set up an opt-in form, and then I'm going to set up a download page. Then I'm going to go into ConvertKit, which is my email software, and I'm going to set up a form. I'm going to create the welcome email and then link them together. I'm not sure if I have to do that if I'm doing the welcome email this way, but I put it in there anyway. And then number 6 is I'm going to test everything. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to set up an opt-in page. And how I do that is I'm going to go to my WordPress, and I am going to create a page. I'm not doing a post because then it will show up in my blog, and I don't want it to do that. And so what I'm going to do is give it a name, and so I'm going to do welcome, and I'm just going to use an example bundle as the name. And like I said, I already have this figured out. Oh, I might have to do the opt-in form earlier, but I already have this figured out. So what I'm going to do is just copy and paste, and then I'm going in here and changing everything. So I want to H1. I don't know where the H1's at. Oops. No, we'll just use that. Okay, I'm going to bold it. Oh, there it is. And then I'm going to center it. Oops. You can change the font. I'm not as familiar with the Gutenberg, so I'm just going to leave this as is. Okay, so oops. Oh, okay. I think this shows, so I might have to take this out. I'll have to double check. Okay, so then I'm going to come over here, heading, and I'm going to do number 3. I'm going to make it in the middle. Okay, so I have created an image. I cannot remember if it is, can't remember if I've added it yet or not. Okay, so where is that at? Okay, so what I'm actually going to do, because I'm not, okay, that makes, by doing going to the end and making a new paragraph, it actually gives me more options. And so I'm going to add my image, which I do have the image here. I'm going to select it. And then I'll go in here, and what I'm going to do is delete this block. Okay, let me see. Okay, so it doesn't have to be like really big or anything like that. What I'm going to do is actually go into the all pages, and then I'm going to do quick edit. I am going to go over here and publish. And then what I have to do is, again, do the quick edit. Oh, default type, I'm sorry. So full width, update. And then I can view it. And so this is what it's going to look like. I'll actually take that off from there because that's not the right one that I want. With ConvertKit, it defaults down here, and so I'll just have to take that one off. So I was able to do it very easily. So that does show. So I'm going to take this out because I don't want both of those, and then I'll save it. Actually, I'm going to have to publish again or update. Okay. So then what that does is it gives you the opt-in right here. Well, at least one part of it. Okay, so then that is my opt-in. I'm going to go ahead and add a new page. And then, what was this one? I would name it something else. So I did welcome, so thank you. And then example bundle. And then I also did something for this one because I wanted to make sure while I was doing this, I had an example for this as well. Okay, so thank you. And then, let me see. Oops. All right, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is thank you for signing up. So I already said that. Okay, so what I want to do, actually, I'll probably, you'll find a bonus report in your coupon codes below. So I want that to be highlighted. I actually want, I'll probably do H4. That looks good. For this, I have a bonus image or a bonus that I'm going to go ahead and give them. I'm pretty sure it has like the media library, or it's in my library. So let's see what it's called. Okay, so I'll just use that. I don't think that's exactly the right one, but that's all right. I want, okay, okay. Oh, that's not right. Okay, so then what I would do is I would list the benefits right here. So, okay, so so you're going to learn how to create blog posts and podcasts and I can't remember what it was. Let's say infographics and ebooks. Okay, example 3, example 2, example 3, example 4. Okay, and then just one down there. So then I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And then what I would do is add the important stuff, which is what I did right here. And I want that one, again, to be a bigger headline. And because these are all in the same block, it's going to do the same thing with all of them. And I don't want all of them to look like that. So I'm going to create another block. And it is going to be paragraph. I'm going to come up here. Okay. This actually, oh, I guess this technically has to go up here because we want the download button to be right here. And I've got one. Let me show you where that, oops. Okay, image, media, download. Okay, and then when you do that, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you add the link right here. Okay, so then you can go into this one and delete it or remove the block. So then in details about the product, so here's the workshop information. And they need to make sure they register. Okay, that's not good. And then after registering, I wanted them to know that they'll get a confirmation. And then here's would be their gift card information. And then if there was any more, I would just add it after that. So this includes all of the information that I'm going to need. So I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to go ahead and publish it. And then what I'm going to do is come in here and do I have to refresh it. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and do a quick edit because this template right here, I don't want it on the default because if I use it as the default, it is going to, I'll show you what it does really quick. Okay, so if I use it as the default, it's gonna like have my sidebars over here, and I don't want my sidebar over on it. I mean, I guess you can do that, and I've seen other people do it, but I don't do that. So I go in here and I do full width, and then I update it. Okay, so next what we do is we do a form. So you're going to have to get into your email autoresponder software. I use ConvertKit, and this is what it was. I did go into forms, and then I pushed new form. I can do a landing page, but I haven't dealt with the landing page very much, and so I just do the forms. So, and then I want an inline, so I can do an inline or a module. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I'm choosing the inline. I'm just going with the very basic. I don't want it to say join the newsletter or anything like that. Well, I guess it could technically, because then I could add like information so that they would join it. And, you know, I'm going to choose that one just. Oh, yeah, because then what I could say is I could reaffirm that they need to sign up for the live. Okay, so oops. Yeah, I usually like to have the first name and the last name or the email address. And then I would put something like, well, if you have a download, I'd put download your here. But since I have a I can't even think, a workshop, I put join workshop and get gift card codes here. Or maybe like click here to join workshop and get, yeah, that's better. And then I would save it. Okay, so I'll save that again. I would always add my colors. I'm not going to because I'm really not sure. Well, they're somewhere, but I don't want to look for them right now. Okay, so then we save, and then I can embed it. Okay, so I believe it's the custom HTML. So let's see. Yeah. And then we would update it. And then I would just preview to make sure that it looks good. Okay, I was trying to center that, but I'm not sure how to do it. But you get the idea. I mean, it's right there. It's, you know. Okay, so we've created the form. We've created the opt-in page, we've created the form, and we've created the download page. So now you could redirect to another page, or you could send them a success message. So what I plan to do is redirect to another page, and I need to go get the URL to that. And then you would send them, or this is where the thank you would go. And then oops. So after confirmation, I'm going to change it here as well. This says send incentive email. So what it is, I would actually come in here and change this. I've already got it right here. Because if they're sending an email, then you want it to, like, you want to change it. So, okay, I'm gonna have to do this a different way because this is kind of weird. Oh, no wonder it wasn't working. Okay. So, okay. Okay, then I need to take this out. Okay, and I'm gonna important, I don't know if I can change this to something else. Register for the live workshop and get your coupon codes. Actually, I don't want to use coupon. I have to sneeze. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, gift card code. All right. Okay, so is that it? I think that's it. If I wanted to, I could change the template to something else, but I picked that one, so I don't want to change it. And then okay, so it's saying change what's shown to return visitors. So I could do that. I could just send them to subscriber to the thank you page, I guess, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to save it. So now what I want to do is test it. So I have gone through all the steps right here. I've set it up. I've set up the download page. I've set up the form, which is right here. I did the welcome email or the confirmation email, which is what I just did. I've already done this step because it's all within the form. Sometimes I'll do the form and then I'll do a sequence, but I'm not doing that, so that's it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just test everything. So I'm going to do April niche starter gmail.com. And it says success. Now check your email to get your confirmation. I'm going to pause this really quick because one of my emails has like a whole bunch of, and it's a little bit embarrassing with how many it has. So let me just pause this. Okay, so I have gone into my April.niche starter packs and it's right here. So important, register for the live workshop and get your coupon codes. And then it shows what I want. Okay, so I click the confirmation button and it takes me to the thank you page, which is exactly where it was supposed to take me. So I have set up my pages. So that was the opt-in, the download, the form, the welcome email. I linked them all together because it was already done for me, and then I tested it. And that is how it's supposed to go through. So I started on the opt-in page, I confirmed the email, so there it is. I usually use, what is that thing called? Thrive themes. And so this was a little bit different for me. If I was actually going to use this, I would pretty this up. So I would definitely make this a little bit bigger or try to put it in the middle, just things like that. And I would take this off from it. But since I'm not, since I probably will be using Thrive things, I'm not going to do those things. But just make sure, I did not put the link here, but when you're saving your information, you do need to do that. So let me just show you how to do that really quick. Where's my page? Okay, so how I would do that is if you're using, there's a couple of different ways that you can do it. So if you're using a platform like Amazon S3, you'll want to go into it. So you sign in, and then you would want to find your product. And I have LastPass, so that's a really good one for people to use. I'm just going to go in here and grab a link really quick. Okay, so which one do I want? Products. Let's just go here. Okay, now where was that? Okay, so now we want to okay, so this, I am not as familiar with this. Let me see. Now file maybe? No, that's not right either. Oh, link to. Sorry, it's over on the right hand side. So you do the custom link. You would link it right there. I would open it in a new tab. And then I want to update it. And then I want to check it out. So where's, okay. So then, right there it is. And then whoever gets it can save it. So those are the steps to get your bundle opt-in and download page created. If you have any questions about any of them, please let me know. Thank you. Again, this is April with NicheStarterPacks.com.